So what's going on, man?
Man, hey, we back.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Fairville Docucast, baby.
Fairville Docucast. I don't know what camera I'm on, but
Which
we
one?
back.
That one?
That one?
Yeah, that one too.
But no, man, we back, man. I think it's time to talk to the people.
Yeah,
Tell them about
We've been
what's
gone a
new,
while.
so- Man, it gotta be some months, man. But we was in we in communication. With
Yeah,
each
in
other,
contact communication. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Just life.
Yeah, and I mean, life takes over, and then you can't pot anymore.
No, you can't, man. Like, when we were potting, shit, I done had 2 different girlfriends by that time.
I know. I'm still married to the same one. So,
still married?
Hey, what are you gonna do? So,
Shout out to the wife.
yeah, seriously.
Man.
Shout out to Erie, Pennsylvania, right now. But yeah, man, we've just been hanging out here, man. I mean, it's cold outside, January. So there's not much to. Not much to do with the kids and anything like that, besides going outside and sledding and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We went outside yesterday to try to make a snowman back there. Snow can't even pack it, man. It's a dry snow,
Try to light it.
Yeah, light it up. Or sprinkle it with some water, maybe.
No, try to light the snow. If you guys are by snow, any snow, go out there, make a snowball, try to light it. It's gonna turn black. It ain't gonna melt.
Why is that?
It's chemicals.
It's
not
all
even
chemicals?
Snow. Yeah.
It's not real snow?
It's probably not even real water chemicals in the snow.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Damn.
Yeah. But you know what? I was talking to somebody about exactly what you're saying a little bit. Is the fact that it's January, ain't nothing going on. So this is, look, people gotta realize, this is where a lot of domestic violence and a lot of arguments and a lot of you tired of motherfuckers happen at this time of the year.
Yeah.
Because it's cold outside, it's gray outside, you in the house, you got all the kids, you got your wife or your husband or your girlfriend, your boyfriend, and you can't have enjoyment. There's no enjoyment, right? It's only a few things you can do which cause you to be cold. So I don't already want to be cold in my house, to put on warm clothes, to go outside, to be cold again, to wait on my car to warm up, to go drive somewhere, to do something for 45 minutes or an hour. Let's say you want to go to David Buster's or something. Now I got to spend money. I could have just been in my house playing video games right here.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's funny that you say that because so the kids just got off of vacation. They just had that 2-week winter vacation shit break. Dude, it was miserable. Miserable, dude. Yeah. The kids are here. I mean, kids are great. Love them to death. Yeah. Dude, they were so bored. And, we got them so many toys. Santa Claus brought them all sorts of shit. It's like they hate each other, man.
Right.
I mean, that's as best as I could describe it.
Right.
We got Addison-specific toys, Ava-specific toys, Santa got them specific toys. Yeah. They wanted each other's toys. They didn't want, until they want to switch up toys. Hey, this is mine. This is mine. Yeah. But then you give it to them, and then they don't want it anymore. They want what the other one has. And I think it's a little bit they were locked up in the house too long. So it's like they needed a change of scenery, but we don't have that luxury to take them like to other people's houses or, we don't have that many friends that we trust to drop the kids off for a while,
Understand.
So, and then, we don't like to push it on the grandparents all the time, because it's like, they got shit to do too. So it's like they're just stuck here, man. And it's like, it was terrible, bro. Yeah. It was terrible.
A lot of people like I realize that. Because I live by myself, so I'm like, it's just different. I'm like, man, I'm in the house and I'm bored, I'm lonely. Yeah. And then I think about when people come over, or if I'm talking to my friends like you, or everybody's like, man, the kids are driving me crazy, you know, or my wife or my work, especially if you work from home and all that. It's like that 2 weeks. It shouldn't be 2 weeks, man. Dude, it's 3 days. Take the kids back to school.
Yeah, for real. It is a long, miserable time, dude. And, there's just nothing to do. You cannot do anything with them. And then they get to a point where they're so stir-crazy that they don't even make sense anymore. Ava's running around slamming her head on the fucking wall and shit. And then Addison's, screaming about everything. She's not happy unless she's, looking at the pad watching these kids, JJ and Mikey, on Minecraft, And I'm like, dude, this is insane. Man, I feel what the parents were going through back in the day. Yeah. But see, I think they had it a little bit easier because they were just go outside and play. But nowadays, I feel like people don't do that because they're afraid of what's outside. Yeah. You can't send your kid outside to play because people are acting crazy. Constantly shooting and killing and running people over for no goddamn reason.
This is where I'm at with that, man. like I get okay. So also to the public, like I don't have any kids of mine. Any kid of mine is a step, someone else's child or my friends or my uncle or something, right? So this is what I think when people say that. It's like, yeah, there's a lot going on, but is it going on in your city? Like, say for example, you live in like Los Angeles, Lakewood,
Cleveland.
Okay, let's do
Cleveland.
No, can't use Cleveland.
Why not?
Because actually, you know what? It wouldn't matter. Okay, we could say Cleveland, right? Mm-hmm. So, in your area, in your district, how many people are getting kidnapped, right? How many people are getting carjacked or robbed or something happened to a kid, right? If you just like say, hey, you live on the east side of Cleveland, you live on the west side of Cleveland, and a lot of times the news or we get these alerts, it'd be somewhere completely different, and we'd be like, oh, it's so scary outside, and it's not, because if you take your area where your kids are going to be at, and you say, okay, maybe a ring alert went off, in the neighborhood. Okay, yeah, that's your situations happening there. But if you get a ring alert and it say that it happened in Avon, your kid's not on the street in Avon. Like, so it's okay. Right. I think it's like a thing.
It is. It's like a perceptual, your perception of it. You see it so much more often now because of social media. Yeah. And then you're just like, because I can tell you, like, I'm afraid to like let them outside. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm a little bit more lenient than their mother, but it's like, Addison's 5 now, and she hasn't even hung out at somebody else's house. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's because of all of the shit that you see going on, and and then it's like, damn, it could happen. Right. But if it does happen, your boy's gonna end up in jail. Well, no, it's just, I'm just saying, like, it's like, I think about that shit, and then, you think about, you think about all the other parents out there. How can I get along with them when I didn't grow up with them? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, there's different people. And for a good example of this is like one of Addison's best friends at school. I'm not going to say any names or anything, but, she likes to hang out with him. They play all the time at school. She comes home talking about him constantly. And I see the dad up there all the time. Me and him get along. We talk and stuff like that. Yeah. But like outside of that 15 minutes while I'm waiting on Addison to come out, if we were to chill and hang out, what the fuck are we gonna do? I don't know what I don't know what he's into. I don't know if he could just come over and chill without feeling like some sort of way about it. Like, so today, for example, that same person we were talking about, we're gonna go after school. I told him we can go sledding together to test the water and shit. Right, so this would be the first time that they hung out, and me and the dad hung out. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe we'll find something in common, have some common ground. I don't know, but like, it's hard to make friends now.
Oh man, no.
Yes, way. It is, bro. So yes, it is, bro. If you're me and you got 2 kids, you know what I'm saying, you can't go anywhere. You got to be careful who you hang out with. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it's so different from when it was back in the day. Just so different.
I understand, like, I'm trying to play devil advocate to it, because I look at it differently too. Like, everything you're saying, it makes sense, and it is definitely true. But I also look at it as, man, you can just set boundaries with people. You know what I mean? Hey, like, we're friends, but you will never come to my house. But if you want to go out, we'll go out. Hey, if you got kids, our kids play at the park. This is what we'll go do. Or hey, we're friends and you come over, we can have dinner together. Like, having boundaries with people would be able to help you. Will help not you, but like everybody with it. I'm a person, I feel like I want to know my neighbors. Yeah. Like, I want to know their name. I want to know their kids. I want to, if we live in an apartment building, we live in a house, say hello, because you never know. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I feel a lot of things happen too is because you don't know what's going on, and you can have access. So say for example, like, you meet somebody, meet friends or a person that could possibly be your friend or acquaintance, and like they're into, like, I don't know, archery or something. Yeah. And you're like, hey man, I'm into that too. And they're like, oh, and they know all this stuff, about the bows and all that, and then it takes you from not knowing something to actually knowing somebody who's good at it. So then you're like, you're out with your other friends, like, hey man, this dude right here can do that. We can go. You know what I mean? It's like building relationships with people. Nobody wants to do that no more. It's like, what's your profile? Let me look you up. You can do a background check on somebody quicker than you can say hello to them in person. Right. And it's crazy. Yeah. And, it's funny because for work, that's what I have to do, because I'm a damage investigator, and, sometimes when people damage things, it's not necessarily underground, and there's no way to find them.
So, you know, that thing that they use on Catfish, that website that you could type in somebody's phone number and it tells you everything about them. Mm-hmm. Well, I use that for work, and it's just funny because there's so much information. You could find out their house payment, like how much they're paying on their house. Yeah. It's crazy the amount of information that just like you can obtain from somebody, you know, and that's another thing that like freaks me out, you know, because it's like, all right, well, they can find out who you are, what time you leave, where you go. You know, like if someone's staking you out, man, you know, you never know what's going to happen. Right, exactly. Right.
It's like, that's so funny because, like, I was talking to this girl and I'm like she did something and I'm like, I gotta pay attention. So I use one of those sites and I'm like, oh, I know who your brother, sister, uncle, like I know where you live at. Here's all your email addresses and things like that. Here's your phone numbers. And I thought about that, like, man, it was so easy for me to do that, but like, why? You know, it's because like we don't trust people,
right?
You know, you don't trust them, and I feel like to have a better society, we should just try to get back to it, but it's so hard. That's what I was saying, like about people are so scared about the unknowns because we hear it and see it on social media, but in your backyard, in your, let's say 5 miles, nothing is happening. These are civilized people that you go to the bank and see, you go to the grocery store, you get your food to see. These people see every day, but you don't even know them. But you're so scared, or people are so scared that, like, oh, there's a child, somebody around, or there's like a murder. It's like, no, they're not, man. And maybe that's just me being naive, thinking like, you know, because I don't fear things. So I'm like, if this happens, like, we got to go do it. Like, okay, we got to go to jail. If that happens, I got your bail money, by the way.
Well, right. But yeah, I mean, I get it. You know, it's a lot easier to just care about, to like worry about yourself. You know, you know, because you're you, what situation you can be in and still be comfortable. Yeah, right. So, you know, I think it's a little bit, for me, you know, just out of example is, you know, I'm worried about Ava when we go outside because I know Ava has a hard time breathing in the wintertime because she gets sick and because she has, like, you know, those type of issues, you know. So I got to be careful when we go outside. It can't be too cold. I got to make sure she's bundled up, you know. And it's just a constant thing of worrying about what is this and what is that. And then Addison, you know, she is a little bit better, you know, and then she ended up breaking her arm. You know what I'm saying? We went to that Oktoberfest in Berea. And we were on the playground, those bouncy houses that had a slide and shit. And we were like, yeah, cool. You know, we're paying a little bit more of attention to Ava because she's smaller, you know. And then Addison comes running around the corner with a floppy arm. And we're like, Jesus Christ, dude, you know. And she's like, you know, she broke her arm. So then we had to take her to the ER and all that stuff. And I didn't believe her. It was broken at first, you know. I was like, yeah, suck it up, you know. I thought she was just being a wimp. But turns out she wasn't. Yeah, man. So, you know, I couldn't even get her out of the car seat, so I had to carry her and the car seat into the ER. Wow, man. So, you know, so that she can get her arm fixed up. But it's just like, dude, it could happen like boom, that fast. You know, I mean, that's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. You know, it's a perfect example of how quickly things can escalate and happen. You know, in any aspect, not just like injury, but like abduction and like all this other stuff.
What do? You know what I mean? Like, obviously, like I don't have like if I'm watching somebody as a kid, you know, other people's kid, like I'm very hyper on them, like, okay, you know, make sure everything's good, right? Or like my nephew and niece, you know, like, okay, boom, I gotta make sure like they don't come back with a broken arm. But like as a parent, like, what do you do to prepare your kids to be out in the world? Like, are you telling them like stranger danger, you know what I mean? Or hey, like, you know, what's the things that you guys would do?
So it's pretty difficult because, you know, you don't want her to trust the wrong people, and then but you want her to trust some people. Right. So, you know, she obviously knows that she can trust me, her mom, and like her grandparents and stuff like that for the most part, you know. But I was like, if it doesn't feel right to you, that's what you have to decide, you know, because I'm not going to be there all the time, you know, to tell you what's right and wrong, you know. And I was scrolling through social media, and I saw this post from a long ass time ago. This parent couple had a teenage daughter, and she was chatting with someone like on one of those online website things, and he asked her to meet, and she went to get in the van, and her parents were in the back, and they like pretend abducted her.
Wow.
Because she thought she was grown, she thought she could do whatever she wanted,
right.
And they scared the shit out of her.
Wow.
And I was like, dude, I might have to do that to like Addison, or you know what I'm saying? Wow. Like, because as Addison's growing up, she's starting to get into that mentality where like, I don't have to listen to Dad, he doesn't know shit, like how we were, when we were kids,
Right.
It's like they're growing up and they're seeing other people, how other kids act, and especially kindergarten has changed her, you know.
Yeah.
She definitely has like a stiff upper lip now. You know what I'm saying? Like she stands her ground. Yeah. She didn't used to, like when I was yelling at her and stuff, because she didn't see other people standing up,
Mm-hmm.
And so I think, discipline has definitely become more difficult because, we do the hands-off approach. We don't really do any of that anymore, to try to, because it is what it is, you got to figure it out. You have to figure it out.
And she's in an environment where it's new and she likes it. So, like I think about, sometimes I think about a kid's perspective of, what it looks like. Like, okay, I know how it looked like when I was a kid, but that's so many years ago.
Yeah.
And, how do I look to a child? So I think about, they're in that type of environment that you're saying, and then they're home for 2 weeks with their sibling and their mom and dad. So they have unrest. It's like the purge. You know what I mean? Because they're used to a structure at school, or even a schedule or something. And then you got these kids. It's just you're saying bumping their heads against the wall, just messing with each other.
Yeah, and that was the roughest part, man. Is it sucks because for some reason it happens right before bed. Like Ava trips out right before bed, bro. And she is so stubborn. She just won't listen. She just won't listen, dude. You could yell at her, do whatever. She just won't listen, dude. She doesn't care. She's not like Addison. Addison gives in after a while, But Ava she's just like a brick wall, man. And so it's hard to maneuver around that and get her to focus on something else, because that's what you're supposed to do, when they start acting like that, you got to get their mind off of that so they're not stuck in it anymore. So you take them to the back. We got deer out there and shit, and let them play with the dogs. But sometimes, man, she does not. She won't snap out of it, and I'm like, what the hell do I do? So I just let her go. I'm like, all right, man, I don't know what to do, man. I give up. I just walk away.
At the end of the day, you want to be good,
Right.
I don't want you to fear me or be
right. Well, and it's right before bed, so you know what I mean. I don't want you to go to bed mad at me and shit. Right. So it's what the hell do I even do? Brush your teeth. No. And I'm like, come on, you got to brush your teeth. Your teeth are gonna fall out. No.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, what is going on, man?
Count back, count down.
Right.
It does. They want. The inmates are running the asylum.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. It's but what I will say is that when one of them is acting like a terrible, terrible child, the other one acts normal. It's because she knows damn, I don't want to push him over the edge. You know what I'm saying? It's right. If we both start acting like that, his fucking brain's gonna explode. So it's all right, cool. At least when one of them's going crazy, the other one is just chilling. Because if both of them was doing it, man, I'd be like, God damn, this is crazy.
Man, that with what you're saying is a lot of examples I'm saying. Around this time of the year, it's really tough, man.
Yeah.
It's we, especially being in Northeast, of the country, where it's snowing 4, 5, 6 out of the month, only half the year, and a lot of stuff happens, man. Stuff happens at home. People start losing their jobs. You know what I mean? Discipline is different. It's you used to working out every day, and now you're like, nah, man, forget that. Yeah.
Dude, let me get you on working out, man. So I've got a tonal. Yeah. You know what I mean? That thing is great. Yeah, the only thing I hate is I have to spend $60 a month on that sumbitch in order to get it to do the cool stuff, right? So it tracks your heart rate and your motion, and it watches you as you work out to work on your form and stuff like that. And dude, I was into it, but I lack the motivation, man. I think it's wintertime, and I'm here alone with the kids, and then when they're gone, I'm like, oh, thank God it's quiet, And then, I have to work, obviously, and stuff like that sometimes, so it's I don't want to waste my time is very valuable nowadays. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, you know, and you know, me back in the day, I was working out 6 hours a day, you know, whatever it is, you know, and it's just like, dude, it's become a chore. Yeah. And I'm trying to break that now. I'm slowly getting back into it and stuff. And I actually found this new workout guy on there. I forget his name, but he's like a trainer, you know. Yeah. And they just came out with drop sets. And dude, I tried that shit yesterday. It was amazing, dude. Like, dude, I'm telling you, like tonal, anything that takes your mind off it while you're working out, it makes it that much easier. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like watching a movie while you're running on a treadmill. You don't even know you're running on a treadmill while you're watching a movie. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I like that. It makes it so much easier, and then they push you so much harder. And if you like the person that you're watching, like I like this guy a lot. You know, he like motivates you and keeps you going. And even though he's not like there, it seems like he is. You know, because he's interacting with you. Right. So I've been trying him out, and he's swole, dude. Man, this guy's huge, man. So I'm like, hey, I'm coming, you know.
I will tell you about my workout journey. So this is what happened, bro. I was like, you know, I was heavily motivated because, you know, me and my lady, we split, right? We used to live together. We split, so I got my own. So I'm heavy motivated. It's like, okay, now it's just you. Like, get the sexy back, get the women back, get your confidence back. You know what I mean? When you look good, you feel good. You know what I mean? All that. So like, I'm on it. Then I'm like, I'm hanging out with people. You know, I've learned something about myself is if I am hanging out with you at my house, I'm not working out. Like, we doing whatever else. If we doing business together, if we're watching a show, if we're like, you know, having a conversation, I'm not working out. You can be there with me all day. I'm not working out. So at some point, I got sick for a month, a whole month. So I went from whatever weight I was at to what I look like now, 30 pounds less. Damn. And that body mass gone. So I'm wearing probably a medium tiny right now. And I'm like, this is not it. But now, and I go on the scale and I look. And people think like, oh, that's great to lose that because maybe people want to lose weight. If you don't want to lose weight, it's a bad thing. Yeah. It's a bad thing. And I've been like bulking trying to eat and it's like, it's not happening. So to go forward with it, I am all about working out. When I do work out, I'm doing about 2-3 hours. No motivation. I'm one of those people like I can listen to music. I prefer listening to podcasts. So listen to us. Listen to us while you're working out. Plug. You know what I mean? Fairville Docucast. Listen to it because like I can listen to a podcast 4 hours. Yeah. And it's like, dang, 4 hours gone, but I'm so into whatever they're saying. Yeah. And I'm working out. I don't got a tunnel like you, but I've worked out with you, and that thing is bad. Yeah, that's nice. I got like free weights. Yeah, free weights. Yeah. I just can't have that much shit around the house. You know, like the kids will be fucking with it. Yep. Right there, boom, it's easy. I got some attachments, put them up high so they can't even get them. Right. You know, and then that's it. But going back to that motivation thing, like when you're alone, it's so much different. I remember, dude, like as soon as I moved back from Colorado to here, from Colorado to here, when I had my first divorce. Dude, I've never been more motivated in my life. Yep. I was the fittest I have ever been. Yeah. And that's after I got hurt in the Army and shit, dude. So, dude, and it was like the best year and a half of my fucking life, dude. I was going to the gym every single day, sometimes twice a day. And then, like, I was working at a bar at nighttime, and I was just a busser there. So I was just... I'm going to tell you guys, this dude Joe was fit as hell. Look, this dude was bigger than the bouncers. We would go to bars or clubs. This dude's arms is huge. He's big as hell, and they're trying to check him. And he's like, "Man, get off of me! Yeah, like get out of here, bro." Like, when he's talking about being working out, he was epitome of what he wanted to be at that time, man.
Yeah, it was funny because like. I knew I was big because one time I went to a different bar I've never been to, and I was just walking into the place and someone was leaving, and as he walked by me, he was talking to his girlfriend. He was like, "Yeah, that dude's on steroids," and I was like, "No, the fuck I'm not though." Like just salty ass people talking shit, man. Yeah, and I was like, okay, I must be pretty big because you know when you look at yourself, you don't think so, you know. Yeah. But like when other people see you, that is the true sign that they're like, "Damn, okay, this guy's big."
When I know I'm like built or cut or fit is when like random people start touching you.
You're right. They start grabbing your arms and shit.
Man, I be telling you,
Yeah,
I'm like, yo, like, you gotta watch me because when I get working out, like people start feeling my chest and my arms and stuff. And I'm like, I don't even know you. But they just be nice having you.
Like,
Like, oh, you touching me, you little flirty little hoe.
Dude, that is so fucking true, man. But you don't see like women walking around touching flabby dudes, you know?
No.
Just grabbing up people's arms and shit.
Stuff. Like, I'm open up the door for you, and they're like, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah, right. Or they'll do that on your arm real quick as they're cruising by.
Like, yo, why are you embracing me for so long?
That's funny, man. That's so funny.
I've always said and noticed it, man.
Yeah. But yeah, getting back on top, there is no motivation like being single and being ready to like get back out there. I think what it is that like you want people to perceive you a certain way. So like when you're alone, you want that to be the best image, right? But like when you're married for however long, you got 2 kids running around, you don't give a shit, man. Right. It's like I got other bigger things to worry about. I gotta fucking take the kids to school every day. You know, I gotta do this. I got a job now. I gotta make sure I put the food on the table. Gotta take the damn dogs outside. You know, you got just a laundry list of things to do every day, and it's just very unmotivating. You know, you get stuck in this routine, and then it's wintertime outside, so it's on top of that. You know, so it's like, Jesus Christ,
dude. I figured out, even like what you're saying is complete. It's the true for sure. But when I figured out like trying to get back, even in those type of scenarios, if you wake up early, so you got time for yourself, and like that's at like 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning, you got time to yourself, and then you can just bust out your push-ups, whatever. You don't hear nothing, and then like you take that shower, and then you come back and you see everybody sleeping. You're like, all right, I'm doing this for y'all. You know, like. That's what I think.
That's impossible, bro. Let me tell you. Let me tell you why, man. Because all right, I got something for that right now. So like last night, all right, I was like, I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna let them. We don't let them chill upstairs for too long, because then they want to sleep up there and do all this weird shit. So I was like, all right, you guys come upstairs. I'll put on a movie. It was shower night last night, so I showered them upstairs. Got them in the bed. Put on a movie. That I want to watch this. So we put it on. All right, Addison. She loves our bed. Immediately, poof, passed the fuck out. It was like 8:30, bro. I was like, damn, okay, cool. I'm just waiting on Ava. You know what I'm saying? Waiting on Ava. She's up, dude. She's up, bro. She's looking over at me like, and I'm like, aren't you trying to watch this? She's like, no. And then she like gets off the bed, and I'm like, where are you going? She starts jumping on the other bed over there, just jumping on like I'm like, dude, what the hell is going on? So I was like, all right, Ava, come on, it's time for bed, you know? So, no. And then she starts that shit. And I'm like, motherfucker. Man. Well, like, what am I going to do? You know, because Addison's sleeping, so I don't really want to, like, yell at her. You know, but it's that time. I need to let her know, like, hey, it's nighttime. You know, you got to lay down, and then once you fall asleep, we'll carry you down, put you in the bed, whatever. This went on, dude, till fucking 10:30.
Wow.
10:30. And then she still wasn't trying to go to sleep. So your boy grabbed a melatonin. I was like, dude, I had to. It's a kid's one. It's a kid's melatonin. Everybody relax, all right? It's a kid's melatonin. You know, it's specifically made for them, you know, like hard nights of sleep and shit. So I was like, boop, there you go. And dude, 3 minutes later, sleep.
Whoa.
Yep. So I brought him down, put him in the bed, and I'm like, oh my God. And that's why. Because every time you plan, if you have a plan to do something the next morning, it gets ruined. They don't even know about it. But dude, the shit gets ruined. And that's why I can't wake up at 3, because I didn't go to sleep until 11:30, 12 o'clock. Ooh. You know, and then I'm worked up because I had to yell at them or whatever. And I'm like, fuck, man. Then I just lay there till 1 or 2. And then, you know, I still have to wake up at 7. Man. So that's what it is. It's like, something always happens, and I'm sure other parents can like vouch for this shit. It's like it always happens. There's something constantly going on to where like you plan, all right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it. And then when the time comes, the kid shits themselves or so. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I got an infection.
Right? Yeah. Or you know, like for Morgan, for her, what they do is they won't do shit. Right? We'll just all be sitting here watching a show, playing some games and stuff. And then as soon as she gets up to run on the treadmill, they're both in there trying to get on the treadmill with her. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, so it's they want to be around you. They want to do this. But it's like they save it up for when you're ready to do something, and then bam, they hit you with it.
Yeah.
So it's more difficult than it seems, man. And that's unmotivating too, because every time you try to do it, you have to yell at the kids while you're doing it. So then in your mind, it's like, damn, it's less motivating because it doesn't feel good to work out. Every time I try to work out, I have to yell at the kids because they're doing this or trying to climb on the treadmill or trying to pull on the handles or trying to climb on the bench. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dude.
But you're right. I mean, the thing is too, like it's not motivating time. This time of the season, like it's just like you don't wake. A lot of people don't wake up like happy because of how the season is. So even to do those extracurricular activities, and then you got responsibilities, it's difficult.
Yeah, and I think that's like a deficiency in vitamin D, isn't it? It's like your body isn't getting enough of that, so that it like causes depression. Because I know when I was in the Army, I was in Alaska, and a lot of guys were unaliving themselves up there because of like the 24-hour darkness, and it lasts for 3 months or some shit like that. So it's like, God damn, dude, like
it's a thing,
I mean, the only reason I got through it is because I'm more social. I was more social because I lived in the barracks. So I lived with all the other guys, and all the other guys looked, we were chilling and stuff, always going out and having a great time. So I mean, but I guess there are some people with those personalities that just think they won't fit in or they won't mesh well, and then they kind of internalize all that and do what they.
That type of thing is happening in society now. It's like people don't. People don't want to talk. The phones, the social media. Well, the video games,
I feel like they want to talk. It's just through social media, though. Yeah. They don't. They don't want to meet up and hang out and like we used to do. You know what I'm saying? We would go down to the metro parks down there and shoot paintballs at golfers. You know what I'm saying? Like
just to do
we
stuff.
Would do anything. Yeah. Like I mean, we are constantly chilling.
It's like they don't quite understand what they allowed and not allowed to do.
Right.
But you can do everything.
Right.
In playland,
right.
That's how I feel like. It's like that's what internet is. It's
see, that's what I'm afraid of is like with the kids and stuff, because that's where the world is headed, right? Yeah. AI, robots, fucking streaming. Yeah. I mean, all of these accounting jobs, all these other jobs are going to be going away because AI is going to be able to do them flawlessly without making mistakes. Yeah. So, like, in order for them to not be behind, like my kids to not be behind, I feel like they need to know electronics. Right. They need to know, how to go on YouTube or how to, just like make a video and, and stuff like that. So it's like, I'm trying to set them up for success, but it's like, is it the right kind of success for them to be set up for? Because who knows what's going to happen in the future? Maybe a year from now, you can't even go outside. Who knows? Right, I mean, because the weather is going to be, I don't know, like poisonous clouds out there. I don't fucking know. True. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's where the world's headed. And, it's a whole different ball game because. Yeah,
I'm with you with that.
Yeah, man. It's just.
Having the AI, the technology's there, and I think. We are so concerned about that part of life, we forget about even the basic things that has nothing to do with technology, right? It's like plumbing, electrical, HVAC, automotive, because everybody's not going to be smart enough to be able to do that, or even have, not even the smart thing, everybody's not going to want to do that, but we're pushing everybody to do that. But there are certain things, like infrastructures are just... People don't even know how to manage them, like the water system and things like that. I'm talking about, it's cool with the chat GPT and technology and the phones and stuff like that, but like the other things that we are not telling, people to do. And that's the thing, like people don't think like it's serving. It's so serving. 6 figures, $1 million companies you can start yourself. But having just a technology brain and only relying that I'm going to operate with computers is just not with me. I would like people to be more diverse with both sides. Yeah. So now you can learn how to type on a laptop, but you also can be able to put your spare on your car. A lot of people can't do that. They're going to call, AAA roadside service or something like that, or they're going to call maybe their uncle or grandfather, to be able to assist them. But there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be on the outs
Right.
because they're going to get taken advantage of because what happens if you have this electric car and there's no chargers around? There's no rechargeable batteries that you have on you. So, and then you're trying to call out to the world using AI to be able to do it, and you can't. So what about these vehicles that take a carburetor?
Yeah.
These 1950s, 1960s vehicles that don't have any computer systems in there. And in the same gas stations that you've been passing versus plugging them up, you can use. That's what I'm saying. I see what they're trying to do, but they're also missing on a huge, big thing. Right now, bro, I think California right now is going through a major fire issue. And it's certain tips that they can do, that people can do to save their house, save their whole neighborhood, but they want to be concerned about the grid that they shut off in California.
Well, yeah, that's what they're pushing the electric vehicles over there so hard. Yeah,
it's
I mean,
crazy.
Our infrastructure isn't made to support like this many people charging their cars from the house. Like the only reason. I mean, like, I don't have any problem with electric.
You're good, bro.
Dude, I'm straight.
Really
you know what I'm saying? I got the goddamn solar panels up there.
Really
I got a Generac, dude. I got the plug in my house. So it's like, I don't have to worry about that. And see, I set myself up knowing that I would be all right. See, even if the grid goes out, I can still charge my car from my solar panels, you know? But the whole thing was, it's like, they're trying to force these electric vehicles onto people, which when you try to force anything on anybody, it's just like my daughter. Like when I tell her to do something that she doesn't want to do, she's not going to do it, right? So it's like the government trying to tell everybody to buy an electric car. Not everyone's going to buy an electric car. So it's like, you can't force that on people. You have to give them the choice because this is America. We're supposed to be free, the freedom, right? Yeah. So it's like when they did that in California, at least anyway, so many people bought electric cars that the power grids and shit, you could only charge at this time. You had to follow all these guidelines. And then you got Gavin Newsom. He's a fucking boob anyway. I fucking can't stand that dude, man. This is a little off topic, but he was going back and forth with Elon Musk about like making memes and shit. And he made it illegal in the state of California to like make memes about people and shit, about like fucking government officials. It's like, who fucking cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, go fucking fix the homeless population. Yeah. How about that? Get the people off the fucking street. Stop having them jab up in the middle of the fucking alley over there first before you start worrying about all this fucking bullshit. It's like the politicians everywhere are so out of touch with fucking reality that they don't care about anything except for themselves and their image and how they look and what bills they pass, and their legacy essentially is what they're going to leave behind. Yeah. It's like fucking Biden gave Hillary Clinton the medal of fucking bullshit from the the highest honor that the president can give somebody. He gave it to that bitch. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? This is insane, dude. Insane. That's fucking whack, man. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? You might as well give me one of those, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody gets that award.
I'm a little off topic, but that shit was crazy, bro. But anyway, back to the electricity thing. Like, our grids can't handle it, man. You know? I mean, if everybody got an electric vehicle, everyone would be fucked. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't. I mean, what did Elon say? I think he said, like, you need... I forget how many square miles, but if we were to take a field of so many square miles, I don't want to give the footage because I don't, or how many miles because I don't really know what he said. But if we filled them all with solar panels, we could run the entire United States from that shit. Right. But there's no money. I mean, there would be money to be made, but not as much as the electric companies making off of us now. Oh, yeah. They can charge us whatever the fuck they want, man.
And they do.
They do, yeah.
I can't verify it.
Dude, speaking of this shit, I just looked at my phone bill.
Yeah.
Right, I know I'm jumping around, but this is fucking crazy relevant right now.
We'll just put it in shorts.
Yeah, it's all good. Anyway, so like I look at my phone bill, right? My phone bill for the longest time has been $220 even, right? I just bought a while back, I got a new phone. Okay. And $220, dude. The next month, $222.36. The next month, 225. Next month, 228. And it just keeps on going. Dude, and nothing has changed.
For no reason.
Nothing. And I just looked, this recent bill that I just paid is fucking $236. And I'm paying for the same fucking shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, how are you increasing my bill slowly over
Yeah.
months?
Yeah.
Like, when is it going to stop?
Yeah.
You know? And I don't want to call them because they're going to be like, well, I don't know, fucking, you know, like,
Yeah.
they're just going to make up some
knows?
bullshit. But it's like, dude, we are forced to buy these fucking cell phones and shit to communicate with people. I mean, I guess we're not really forced to, but if you don't have one, you're lacking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can have a landline, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's like, they know that, so they take advantage of you. And they could just raise your bill whenever you fucking want, whenever they want to.
Whatever.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's insane, man.
And you can't, man, you want to hear it? Okay, so you told some story. I'm going to tell you this story that's pissing me off right now, bro. It's been pissing me off. I mean, I've been going off with them, and I don't really even care. So, this would happen. It was 2 weeks. 2 weeks before Christmas, I got an alert on my phone, and it said, Amazon purchase for $115, right? And I didn't make it, right? So, we've been going through this these data breaches. And they've been stealing our stuff for a long time. Okay?
Yeah.
So, they could do whatever they want. So anyways, I call my bank. I say, this is fraudulent, and I didn't do it. My card is on my person, and I didn't give it to nobody. I don't know how this happened. And they say, okay, well, thank you for telling us. We're going to cancel your card now. I say, wait, hold on. It's 2 weeks into Christmas before, you know what I mean? And I got bills that's coming out. I got auto pay set up. Things are going off this debit card. Now, granted, I should be doing off of credit cards, for my credit score. But, hey, I couldn't do it right now because I got shit going on. So, anyways, they're like, hey, we're going to cancel your card. And I say, no, don't do that. I said, I'm telling you, this was an e-commerce transaction. I've identified it with you already, so just cancel that. Let me use my card.
Right.
And they say no. I say, okay, well, I got things coming out, and I need this card. They say, well, hey, we'll send you a temporary card. You'll get it. You can go to any branch to pick one up. We'll associate it to your checking savings account, and you'll be able to do that. I said, but I still won't be able to make transactions with my card. Even though my phone, you got your Apple Pay, your Google Pay, is set up to a debit card, not to the routing and account number.
Right.
And I'm trying to explain to them in a very nice way that they're effing me over for however long until I get this card.
Yeah.
Lady says, hey, we're going to expedite it. Whatever the fuck that means.
Right.
I'm sorry, banks expediting. It's been a month and I still ain't got it. So they're like, oh yeah, we're also going to waive the fee. It's a $25 fee. Why are you charging me for something that y'all are making me do?
Right.
Right? This is my money with my bank.
Right.
And I'm telling you, I didn't do this. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how they're making me follow their rules. It's my money. So I'm like, I'm not okay with that. They send me up because, we know how to talk to people. So you got to tell me, I got to talk to your supervisor. I got to talk to somebody above you because I don't even agree with what you're saying. They put this lady on the phone. This lady is a professional talker. Yeah. So she's saying, well, hey, if we even do that, what's the chances on them, using your card again? I said, well, I'll call you back and say this isn't my transaction. Right. And she's like, well, you see how that can happen? I'm like, yeah, I get it. So just send me the card. Yeah, I was still pissed. I didn't want them to cancel my card. I fought them for an hour saying, don't cancel my card. Okay, so moving the conversation forward. So she sent me this stuff, tries to make me feel better, says, oh, we're going to waive the $25 fee. I've talked to a bank close to you, because she put me on hold, talked to a bank close to me, and they say, hey, they got the temporary cards, you can go there and get it. I said, all right, fine, whatever. I'm still pissed. She said it'll take 2 days for this new debit card to come. So it comes. It didn't come. It did not come. This happened 2 weeks before. I still got a temporary bull crap card. So the card that did come in the mail was another temp card. So this temp card, for people that don't know, allows you to go to an ATM, take your money out. That is it. So you can't go to McDonald's or Starbucks or whatever.
Oh, you can't swipe it.
Swipe it.
Oh, okay.
It's only cash.
Yeah.
Right. But what about your bills or your bills that's associated to this card?
To the card, not your bank account.
Not your bank account.
Yeah.
All those are declined now.
Yeah.
So I'm getting mad. Oh, you owe Spotify.
Yeah.
Your cell phone carrier, your insurance.
Yeah.
All these people because of you guys, not because of me. I'm like, this is inconvenience. I get some type of customer satisfaction survey. I dog them.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on y'all to call me back, and hopefully y'all are paying attention to this pod because that is crap. You can't take people money and tell them how to use their money.
Yeah, what was, dude, I just saw something about that. It was like, they put a limit on how much of your money that you can withdraw from the bank daily and shit.
Right.
And like, it's just insane like how that works. So they get your money and then they lend your money out and make more money from your money. And then when you try to get your money, they won't give it to you unless you have like you have to call them and say, hey, I want to come pick up this amount of money. And then they bring that money however long it takes them to bring that money.
Yeah.
So it's like the whole banking system and the whole like all that shit is so fucking fucked up.
It is trash.
And it's like, these banks and stuff are making money off of your money that you have in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, I don't know. It's just
know what
like,
pisses me off too? You go into a bank and say, take out some substantial type of money, but not too big. So I'm not talking about like $50,000. I'm talking about, let's say, like $5,000 to like $10,000, right? Withdraw, give them a ticket. How is it okay for the teller to ask me, what am I doing with this money?
yeah.
How can you ask me what I'm doing with my... Hey, I'm buying drugs.
Right.
Hey, I'm about to fucking... You know what I mean? I'm about to go buy a used car. I'm about to put a substantial amount of money down on a house or something. I don't feel like you should be able to ask me what am I doing with my money if you've already identified I am who I am and that is my account.
Right.
I think it's crap.
Yeah.
Banking system, man, and I'm with you with that.
Yeah.
You're using my money to get more customers.
Right.
So if I want my money back, shouldn't you have it sitting there?
Right.
And they don't.
They don't. Yeah. They don't. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That shit's just insane, man.
And then we go into more crazy stuff like, where's the money backed by? Because the money should be backed by gold, but they took that away in the 70s. So what is the money backed by? You know what I'm saying? Like the I forget what it's called, the reserve, whatever the gold is supposed to be at in Virginia or Vermont, whatever it is. Where's the money to?
Right.
It's to us. It's to your Social Security cards.
Right. Damn. Yeah.
There's a loan on you.
Yeah.
That's what the money's backed by.
Oh shit.
And if something happened to me, hey, I told you the truth.
You already know.
I told you the truth. But yeah, man, I think it's like there's a few systems that's messed up, man. I'm really upset of how they can tell you what to do with your stuff.
Yeah.
Especially if it's not harming nobody else.
Right.
So I feel like if you wanted to catch rainwater, you should be able to do that.
Oh yeah. Some states are illegal, but not here in Ohio. It's not.
If it's yours.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck? Because I'm cutting into the water. Like, I don't want to use the water company if I don't have to, because I gotta pay them bitches. Right. I should be able to catch rain that's coming down from the fucking sky.
Yeah.
It's coming down from the sky. Nobody owns that shit. That's just like the water, bro. Like, I was watching this thing about these beaches in fucking Florida and like all of the the coastal areas.
Yeah.
And these motherfuckers are trying to own the sand and they're trying to own the water and all this shit. And I'm like, bitch, you can't own the ocean.
No, you can't.
Are you fucking kidding me, bro? You can own this property up to the ocean.
Yeah.
So what people are doing is they're taking their chairs and like putting them in the ocean in front of like the back of the property, and they're still trying to come over and give them a hard time. I'm like, dude, these hotels and shit, it's like all these people it's just like a giant land grab, bro. Like nothing, you can't enjoy anything anymore without someone trying to make some fucking money on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like,
it's not free.
Dude, it's crazy. You can't even like walk up the street with something, my property. It's like, what the fuck?
You like grass?
I mean, I do believe in property and I do believe in all that shit, but I'm just saying, man, it's like, it's getting out of hand. Like, land is getting scarce. You know what I'm saying? It's getting scarce.
I mean, but the water's getting scarce too. And Like I had another friend. He's not my friend no more. We're not acquaintances. Hey, you dude, fuck you, dude, if you're watching.
Dave.
But me and him used to talk a lot, and we used to talk about like the water system that is in Cleveland, in this area, right? And a lot of people, like you guys, you gotta realize this, man. The same water that's in your toilet when you go pee and you go poop is the same water that you're drinking. Yeah. There's not new water. This whole landmass that we live on that's next to Lake Erie, that water's being filtrated in and back out with chemicals that come back into the house, back into residencies and commercials, right? Yeah. And what you have to also understand, especially if you live in Cleveland, that building over there by 90 with the whales, that is the water system building there, okay? And as long as you've ever lived in this area, have you ever seen any employees? Think about how many employees, just an example, just think about how many employees like work at like an Amazon depot. You probably see hundreds of thousands of people. You would think as an important place as the water system, it would have hundreds of people there. There's only a few. Right. And it's ridiculous, man. This is why we're sick. Yeah. This is why we are like how we are. Go look. And here's an example if you could do something more, right? Go in your sink, fill your water up in the glass, look at the water, okay? Now go take that water, take another cup and go to the sink in your bathroom. These colors are different of water. Why is that? Is it the pipe? It's the pipe? Yeah. And if you live in a part of the city where it's a lot of old houses and they are not coming in and knocking that out and putting new pipe in there, think about hundreds of years of this sewage water and pipe water going to your house. People don't, so you care about this celebrity on your Twitter, your Instagram, your Facebook. You don't really give a fuck about you and your family. You gotta be paying attention to these things. It's right there. Yeah. Like when I started to think about the stuff that we use on a daily basis and how lack of people there doing it or like how it's being ran, it's scary, man. It's scary, bro. Yeah. Everybody need water.
Dude, everything in Cleveland scares me, bro. Like, I mean,
I didn't say that,
I'm just saying, like, I'm talking about, I'm not like talking about threats and like getting shot and nothing like that. Okay. I'm talking about like, anything important that's ran is ran by the dumbest people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, I went to the VA, or I didn't even go to the VA. I called them motherfuckers to make an appointment. Yeah. And I talked to some lady. She puts me on hold for 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. Then she picks up again, puts me on hold again, sends me someplace else. And then another lady picks up and then sends me back over here. And this is just a simple appointment, man. Yeah. I pushed all the right fucking buttons. Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to schedule a primary care appointment, man. That's it. Yep. Yep. I'm nice as can be, because I'm just trying to get it done with. Bro, it took me 37 fucking minutes to make a fucking primary care appointment because these fucking idiots that they hired over there. Yep. I'm like, dude, if this shit's happening at the VA, any government agency, facility, whatever you want to say it, they hire the most ignorant people in the fucking world, bro. Mm-hmm. I swear to God. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and they know that it's not that easy to get them fired because it's a federal or whatever state institution. It's like, they don't give a fuck. No, they don't care, man. They don't care. They talk to you however they want to talk to you. Yeah. They fucking say whatever they want to say, and there's no repercussions, dude. No repercussions.
Have you noticed, and it's going on with what you're saying is, like, and I've noticed it after I don't know if you can say this on YouTube anymore, but after the vid, right, after that 2020, that far as work, in all industries, is the quality is poor. Like it's not the same quality. Like I'm talking about the food industry. I'm talking about waste management. I'm talking about hospitality. Not hospitality, but also medical. Like all these industries. It's like they have no quality assurance. There's nobody checking them on what they're supposed to be doing, the standards. And the standards are either dropped down because of the people, like you're saying, they can't get them in there, or that these companies are making so much money, it doesn't matter about the quality.
Right.
Because they're making tons of money, from what they're doing.
And they could just pay the fines without having to worry about it. Yeah.
So,
because they in order to fix it, they would have to spend more money than to just continually pay the fines. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah.
I've noticed that the quality of a lot of industries is bad. And it's like, nobody is trying to fix it.
Yeah.
You're not trying to fix it, and you sound like a whistleblower when you say these things. But you're like, man, this is important.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to wait 37 minutes to make a simple appointment.
Right.
Now imagine when people who don't have the tolerance that you have.
Yeah.
That are really in need. I mean, not saying that you're not in need, but like. People that gotta go, just like you gotta go, and they can't sit that long, you know what I mean, or they don't know how to work the phone, or you know what I mean, and it's just, and they're suffering. You're suffering.
Yeah. Well, on top of that too is. I called, I think it was on like January 5th or 6th or something like that. I called to make the appointment, and I waited 30 whatever minutes, and then my appointment isn't until the end of this month. It's on 30th. Yeah. So it's like, not only did I have to wait 37 minutes, but I can't have my appointment till next month. Right. It's like, what kind of shit is that, man? Yeah. It's like, dude, I mean, when Trump was in office, man, I had an appointment. I could call and get an appointment, and it would be within the week. Mm-hmm. Within the week. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's just how it was, And different people do different things. Yeah. They care about different things, and veterans definitely is not one of those fucking things that these assholes care about. Yeah. So it's
definitely. Like multiple presidencies has showed you that they didn't.
Well, right. I mean the current ones, because that's what's affecting me now. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. I mean, honestly, that's what it is. And I mean, it could be anybody. If Trump if he gets back in there, I mean, he's gonna go back in there. But if he gets back in there and it's still shit, I'll write his ass a fucking letter. I did it before, man. He responded too, dude. Yeah, I was in Colorado the first time he was a president. I was in Colorado, and the VA was fucking around, man, not doing nothing. I was asking him to do some shit, and so I wrote him I wrote the White House, and he didn't respond, obviously, but it was a response from the White House, one of his people, and he said, "Yep, we'll take care of it." The next day, I got 6 phone calls from the VA, high up VA people. Yeah. Like, you're a liaison now. I'm assigned to you. Right. If you need anything, give me a shout. Blah blah blah. Yeah. So like, he did me a solid, man. So there's no way, I mean, like, I'm hoping that same shit happens again, to where he opens it up, lets us go to other places and shit like that, and still have it covered by the VA, because that's a huge issue. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, community. You need community care, because there's so many fucking veterans. Mm. You just can't get an appointment, or it's either that, or like the doctors that they hire are these fucking crackerjack assholes that don't, they're just there to make the money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, it's the whole, all healthcare, all everything is just a giant bullshit, man.
It seems like it, because if you get to, like, even having testimonies like you're saying, it's enough people to say exactly what you say for them not be going through it. Like, all these people saying this about you, it got to be true.
Yeah, for sure.
It's got to be true.
Sure. Yeah.
And like, it's just bad, man. And I don't quite understand, like, who's in charge. And then once you do something like that, right, and you like how you went all the way up to the presidency, which is crazy. Yeah. But I get it. Yeah. But like, now they want to take care of you. Right. Now they want to give you what you should have got from the beginning. That's what I'm saying. Right. The quality is off. Yeah. Like, it doesn't even have to be like, hey, I'm gonna sue you, or we gotta go to some legal action. It's like, just do your job, man. Yeah. Like, do your job. If you come to my work and you want something done, I should be trying to do it as professional and efficient and make sure everything's taken care of. Yeah. How come when I come to your establishment or ask for a service from you, we have all these problems?
Yeah, we got issues.
It doesn't make any sense. Right. And then you can hide behind things.
Yeah.
Don't hide behind nothing.
You're right.
Just do your job, man.
Right.
If I go to McDonald's and I want a sandwich without pickles, and then I get it, I open it, there's pickles in there.
Right. Like, why the fuck couldn't you pay attention for 3 seconds to make it without fucking pickles?
Did you? Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Read the sign that said no pickles.
Right.
And if you don't,
or did the person that put it in put no pickles?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like somebody. It's a fucking error within your guys' institution. You guys need to fix that shit.
Right.
Right.
Because we're asking you for services and you're not delivering them.
Right. But they'll be sure to ask for that fucking tip though, won't they?
Oh yeah, they do.
That tip shit. Look, dude, I just ordered that sandwich today, bro, from up there. What'd you do for me? I called you. You entered the order, which is your job because you're getting paid to fucking do it.
Yeah.
And you hand me the thing out the window. You didn't even serve me. I didn't get no water.
Yeah. You
didn't ask me how my day was. I'm serious, bro.
True.
And then you still want me to put a tip on there and you look at me crazy when I cross that shit off?
Yep.
It's like you didn't do shit.
Yeah.
You just want me to give you my fucking money? I don't think so, dude.
Yeah.
This isn't fucking California, bro. I'm not giving you shit. I mean, if you didn't do nothing for me, why the fuck am I going to do something for you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
you're nice too, though.
Yeah.
You're not,
that's what I'm saying.
You're a nice person
right.
when you're out.
And I mean, a caveat to that, which I probably should have mentioned first, is the bitch had an attitude as soon as I fucking called her. As soon as I called to place the order. Yeah, what you want? Well, and I'm like, dude, you're going to talk to me crazy and then you're going to fucking have the nerve to send me something with a tip on it?
Yeah.
Fuck you. I ain't giving you shit. Like, come on, man. Yeah.
And what you're also saying, it's not like you're going above and beyond.
Right.
You know, like you're just doing your job.
Yeah.
This is a part of customer service.
Right. If I was in customer service and the majority of the way that I made my money was through fucking tips, I'd be fucking kissing people's asses, dude.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck who you are, man.
Yeah.
You know, you want to be a dick, maybe you'll get stiffed a couple times, but I'll tell you what, getting stiffed that couple times, there are other people that will notice that and give you more. So that makes up for those fucking dickheads that didn't give you shit.
Yeah, definitely.
So
that's how I am with the bars. Like,
right.
I tip really good. You know.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck that.
Me and Joe be like, yo, why did you tip that much?
I'm like, he tipped you. I'm with zero.
I was like, zero. So, like, I tip good. I mean, I frequent a lot of, like, places at bars or restaurants, stuff like that.
Yep.
So, I know, like, a lot of times, like, the bar, the bartender's not getting tipped. You know, people just buying whatever they want to buy. They want to get messed up and they just want to leave.
Yeah.
Me, I like how you're saying, I will notice that and I'm saying, oh, instead of giving you like a $5 tip, maybe I'll give you $15. But like, talk to me, have some type of engagement. Let's do something part of the job that makes me want to like have some type of relationship with you. And they don't. It's like, oh, whatever.
Yep.
There you go. No tip.
Yep.
What do you mean no tip? What? Like you said, what'd you do?
Right. And then what they'll do is they'll post it online with their Cash App if you didn't tip them. Oh, look at this fucking dickhead. He didn't tip me anything. And then all these fucking sorry-ass people on the goddamn internet. Oh, I'm so sorry he did that to you, honey. Here, take my tips I've earned today. Let me send you $15 through the Cash App. And then they go home and cry about the money. It's like, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, if you didn't treat me with respect when I first met you, then you're not getting fucking shit. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
definitely.
It's like, come on, man. You can't expect.
Earn my business.
Right, exactly. Exactly, dude. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, you wouldn't go to a place to get your hair cut and instantly call somebody a fucking piece of shit. And when you walked in the door, you wouldn't trust them to cut your hair anymore after you said something crazy to them, you know?
You walk in the door and you ask for something. What you want?
Right.
What you want?
Right.
Come on.
It's like, come on, man. Like if I'm there to eat or if I'm there to do something and you are a customer service person, fucking play the role, man.
Yeah.
As soon as I leave, talk shit. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Post it online if you didn't like our interaction.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel like that's the same, like that type of interaction with customer service is the same thing with like management with employees.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, if you want me to work hard for you, for the company or this department, treat me okay, bro.
Right.
Don't, you know what I mean? This ain't, you gotta treat me like crap or make me do extra stuff or make me feel less than whatever. You want excellent work? Hey, I'm gonna give you excellent work, but when you want to do extra, it's not needed. That's why there's a rotating door with employment, with people trying to look for jobs, with people. It's like you cannot treat people this way expecting to have high quality value with them. Right. They want to stay there for years. Nobody's staying 25, 30 years. Nobody's getting that gold watch and a pension. You get a 401k and a lot of that you probably dipping into it because we fucking all broke.
Right.
I don't care who you are. We broke right now.
broke.
You know what I mean? Like, we broke.
Right.
So I'm saying, like, with the, like, you know, supervisors and managers and executives.
Yeah.
Look at your people. Like,
Yeah.
just do their job.
Right.
Or see how they look at it. Sit in their desks
Right.
and have them talk to you like you talk to them.
Yeah.
And see if they want to do above and beyond work for you.
Yeah.
I mean, some people do have that work ethic. Like, I'm a person like that. I know you're like that, right? But then there's a certain person that could be in a management role that you don't even want to deal with like that.
Man, we dealing with that shit right now, bro. Like, I mean, the place that I work, you know, it's like, I'm not going to say any names so people don't get all upset and shit. But it's like, dude, I mean, it's so frustrating because it's a stay-at-home job, dude. It's bomb, right? I go out, I take pictures of stuff and upload things and do this and that, and it's like it's amazing, right?
Right.
But when I do have questions, you know, because I wasn't born to do this, obviously, and you know, I've only been doing it for about like a year and a couple months now, a year and a half or so, and dude, nobody answers the phone.